Welcome.
Fuck you. Fuck you, Chris.
Let me do the intro.
No.
Oh my god. No intros on this one.
Welcome to Last Call, joined once again by Chris, Mike, Hartley, and Maggie, who just
Are
got
alive?
who just got out of a fight.
Holy
Did we?
shit.
Dude, I went for
Oh
a run
my
today
God.
for the first time in 2 months, and I've sweated more playing this fight than I have on the run today.
That was the most disturbing encounter I've ever been a part of. I went down 3 times.
That was
Yeah.
so frustrating.
I thought, like, I
You
was.
went down
when
twice,
like,
Mynx.
When I was running away, I was like, I'm gonna cry. Like, I was like tearing up. I was like, I don't know what to
You
do.
were.
I like
That was a movie moment.
fucking God.
Because we were also
That was a
we're
movie
starting
moment.
this campaign. We don't want our characters to die.
No, of
Well, I'm
course
like,
Of course not. But like,
what would Mynx do? In
Like,
that?
right?
I'm
Yeah.
like,
No,
fucking
seriously.
live. That's in like. Essentially, I've known you for 3 days,
Oh,
a couple
for sure.
days.
Pretty much.
you would have
Like,
left, of course.
Yeah, I'm like, my
Just
friend's
like-
stuck in your house.
Yeah.
Like,
Just like Cadmus.
yeah.
Oh,
it,
yeah.
and it makes, and that's the thing. I was like, it makes sense for him. Why would it not make sense for me?
Yeah.
Of course.
Like,
And why am I talking in Clue's voice? Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
it's such a wild. Holy shit! Like holy shit! And
You
like
you made
even
the
with-
right call.
Even with pulling everybody back up, it was also hairline numbers.
Yeah.
I'll tell
It's
you.
crazy. You-
Grub to the rescue.
Grub to the rescue.
Bless
Oh,
the
hell yeah.
raccoons. Bless
Fuck.
that damn raccoon.
Did you have Peric on standby for this fight? You did. Okay,
did.
from the beginning.
Yes.
It wasn't like a little Hail Mary at the end just
Oh
to
my
pull us
God.
out. Yeah.
No, So for this fight, I can give you a lot of behind the scenes of this fight.
Would
I
love
can
to.
give you.
I want it.
Like a
Yes, I had the plan that if Cadmus were to drop below a certain hit point, he would prioritize himself. Because
Yeah.
obviously that is his mission.
It makes sense.
He has
Yeah.
information that the
Ugh.
king would need. So he's going to dip.
Dylan's gonna be heartbroken when he wakes up.
Um,
We'll find
I
him.
also had the fact that if the fight was going poorly, Peric would show up with Grub.
Oh
Nice.
my God.
But going into the deep gnomes, into Oda and Orla, they were both barbarians, as you guys could probably figure out. So they had
From
their
the
rages, they had
no
their
sleeves.
reckless attacking. Yeah. Good. Wearing tank tops as they fight to the death.
Yeah.
I also had some added homebrew stuff with them. So, as you kind of interpreted, they kind of share one collective mind. So
Mhm.
Oda did message Orla at the very beginning of the fight, like even like
Mhm.
last session,
Mhm.
to say, "Hey, get over here." So I had it set up where Orla would arrive in a certain number of turns, and I rolled a d4, which you guys did not see, to see how many rounds she would show up in.
If
Wait,
she
so-
had showed up round 2,
Wait, wasn't-
round 1, we were fucked.
Well, it
Wasn't
wild.
Orla in the warehouse in the beginning though?
No, that
No,
was
no,
Orla.
it was
Oh my
only-
god,
It was only Oda. It
Oh,
was
it was
always
only Oda?
Only Oda.
Yeah. Orla
Oh.
came in through the
For
like
some reason,
barn doors.
I thought they were together, and then
No.
Orla vanished.
No.
No, the last session ended with
Oh.
Orla showing up.
Yeah. But the session before that, I thought when we came in.
No, no.
It was just Oda.
It was just Oda.
Oh, sorry. Weird.
There was a
No, no.
lot happening though. There was like mechanical sounds.
Yeah,
and, like,
yes.
a lot of stuff
Um,
that could have been.
Yes.
And for them, because they share a collective mind, anytime they had to roll a wisdom,
Yeah.
intelligence, or charisma saving throw,
Mm.
they could do it with advantage, and only one of them had to pass, essentially.
Oh,
Little-
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
that's
as
really cool.
soon as Oda went down
Really,
and you
really
tried
cool.
to command or
charm
charm
person,
Orla, they didn't have advantage anymore.
Oh God.
I just don't know if I can do it, guys. I'm done. I think this might be it for me.
You think Clue's just gonna?
I think Ol
Just
Hearts
throw in the
no, not Clue. Clue's fine. Clue's gaining some like insight into his own life and psyche. Hartley needs some fucking work done.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That
was
was
stressful.
a lot.
Because you don't want to die. Like
I
the last thing you
love
want to do.
Clue.
Yeah.
I want Clue to become the person who I want him to become.
Even with Parrot coming in near
Yeah.
the end,
Yeah.
it got a little spooky.
Yeah.
Like honestly, for a second, I thought Peric was going to die, and I was like, "Oh, this is going to be
You know what?
Peric's going to die."
Can
and
I tell you that?
Yeah.
I had a heart palpitation because I didn't want him to die, and then I stepped out into Hartley's mind really quickly, and I was just like, "But if he dies, god damn,
The
is that
story's gonna
character
be so good.
motivation?
Oh
Yeah.
God
I was
damn it, does Clue will he like take that to his fucking core?"
Well, that's what I was afraid of. Like at the end, even just making like rolls for them and like medicine checks for everybody. I'm just like, if I kill
think-
Clue's mentor,
Yeah,
And I think it was so stressful for you, Maggie. I saw it in your face where it's like, I gave you options like, who are you going to save?
Yeah.
Because if you
Yeah.
don't save one, there's a chance they'll die the next
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's
Because
a
there
good,
were fails. There were fails in these
Yeah.
death saves.
yeah, it's a good thing I had successes because you didn't have to worry about.
Imagine
me.
if you had
Yeah.
to choose between
like,
Dylan, Clue,
it could've-
and Perrick.
It could have been easily that.
I'll tell you, Chris. The one thing I can thank you for is I know you could have made me roll that third death save.
I could have.
It was technically around to me, and I was shitting myself.
Right, because you had 2 fails.
I had 2 fails.
Yes, I
Can
thought about
can I
that.
roll one of your cursed dice,
Yeah,
Maggie,
yeah,
just
go
to see if
for
I would have
it.
passed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
You need to buy new dice.
Okay, there's so many.
Hold on, I'm looking at the dice. It's a D20, but you only have 1 through 7 on here. That's 5. That's
and
crazy.
that explains so much. Yeah, no, I could have just kept it in the order, but you guys essentially were out of combat, so I thought, okay, well, Perrick would have been the first one, so he would go, but to make it interesting, I'll say, Maggie, you get to choose between the 2 of them.
Yeah.
Let's have options.
yeah.
Who
well,
dies?
Hey, thank you for that, Chris. You're heartless until it matters most.
Also, like the least medic savvy character probably of the group.
Yeah.
Just being like, what do like if like I was just like, if I fail this, I'm like, I'm just cracking their rib and they're dying.
Yeah.
Like that
Yeah.
kind of thing where I'm just like, fuck.
I think you introduced these. I think you intended to introduce these characters as, you know, generally stronger than us, and not by 1 level stronger. Like these guys are stronger than us, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
but
their job.
Yeah, it's their job, right? And so, like, it just makes me want. Like, I was so quickly out of spell slots, so quickly out of any healing, and I actually felt desperation. I was actually desperate.
I think putting it in the perspective of like relic hunters, because
Yeah.
Cadmus is a relic hunter, right? And these guys are relic hunters for Farron,
The bad guy,
right?
Ferritin.
Farron,
Farron.
my apologies.
That's okay, Orda.
But yeah, putting it in that perspective, it's like we were technically fighting 2 Cadmuses in that fight, right? And then
kind of, yeah.
right, because they're relic hunters. Like I would assume that they would be equally as
Similar,
as
or
similar
at the
in
very,
yeah.
the way I interpret it is like 1 Cadmus is probably like 1.5
yeah.
Odas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was you know, on top of all that, like, yeah, granted they were really difficult fighters, but Chris, you were rolling fantastic.
Yeah.
I've never
fucking-
rolled better in my life.
And it's crazy that like
Wow.
you would roll kind of shitty for Cadmus, and for you rolled a few times bad for Perrick as well. But seeing you just roll for the gnomes, it was like, oh, there's a 17 here and a 16 here and a 18
and
here.
there's no
and a-
screen in front of me, so
Yeah.
like you guys
open.
saw.
Oh
these
yeah, we
rolls.
see it. We see it happens.
This
I think
this is the interesting thing.
17 came up all the time.
Yeah, if there's anybody who's actually listening to this who isn't a friend of ours or somebody who's an actual D&D fan, something like that,
Oh my god, can you imagine?
I wish that's the dream.
If you
isn't
are
it?
though, thank you for listening.
Well, thank you
You're
for
all
listening,
our
one.
friends.
But beyond that, Chris is a DM that, like, he doesn't fudge rolls. He literally does not have a screen. He has a computer in front of him, and he rolls in front of him. And you literally see him subtract the values on his computer from, like, his HP. If
Yeah.
he would have fucking killed us. He's a merciless bastard.
Chris, I'd like my birthday present to you back.
You want the dice
I
back?
think I want the dice back, and I want to throw them in a fire.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
will only make them stronger.
I will say though, like for his like the battle was intense. Like you said, like you're not gonna hold back at all. But like I mean, as far as like grittiness goes, like 100%. But I am so thankful that like you aren't a DM that technically like hides death saves or like like rolls them yourself. Like there is like a level of like like it's not intense. I think it's just very fair, and it
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
very like you I don't know, you do it in a way that it does instill a lot of fear, as Harley said, where I'm just like
so
I was
scary.
terrified. Like I didn't know what to do.
You know,
and
you know why?
Hmm.
It's because he does it so fucking smug.
Yeah.
He does it, and he
You
just
did this
he
to
just,
yourself, guys.
He
I
just
don't know
rolls
what to
with
say.
his left hand, like it doesn't, like our lives aren't on the fucking line.
My non.
He rolls it on a blanket.
as I dominate all 3
Yeah.
of you.
he rolls it on a fucking blanket. He goes, "Oh, that was cocked. Okay, so it was a 17." Like he doesn't fucking care because he cares so much.
He really lets the dice lead, and it's and those dice are terrifying. They're cursed.
Here's the thing, guys. I wanted you to succeed.
I know.
It's
you
so
did.
much more fun when you win. I just didn't like. I wanted it to be
Hey,
real, right?
this is
Yeah.
a
And
win
succeeded.
for
like
me.
sure.
like
Yeah.
I've been saying
This
this
is a
entire
big
time,
win.
Yeah.
like combat is gonna feel like shitty,
Yeah,
Mm.
but think about how you feel right now, knowing you won.
Yeah, of course.
You killed 2 relic hunters.
Yeah.
Which is
That-
awesome, by the way.
that was the closest of calls, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh
can
my
we-
god.
You were at 7 HP, right?
I had 9
HP.
Everyone
for
went
Which is
down.
1 hit,
6
and you
rounds. Yeah.
that's 1 hit, and your AC is 12.
Oh,
Everyone went down, and it was down to your last fireball.
Which she rolled a 10 on a D10 on. Do you know
Yeah,
how much
I-
HP did he have?
8.
You needed to
Like-
so you needed to
I had
roll.
gotten nothing above like a 5 on the fire.
And what's great about fire
till
damage
that point.
is
I
that
know.
it's
Yeah.
not, it's
Not
not
half.
piercing, slashing, or bludgeoning, so it wasn't halved at all. It was 10
It's
fire
the
damage.
only attack cantrip
Oh
I have.
my
Because if you would have missed that, then she would have charged.
Yeah.
And he had 2 attacks to roll a 12, and she had what, a +7 to hit?
+7 to hit.
So she needed
With
to roll
advantage.
with advantage under a 5 on both.
And also with the rounds the way they were, because of like where we were at with death saves, I was like, if I don't get her in 1 round, that means that I can't help anyone.
Yep.
Which means that you're like, you were hitting like 3
God.
death saves. Perrick would have also hit 3 by that point. Like, and
Yeah.
I was like, I would have just been still throwing firebolts because I can't do
Yeah.
anything else.
Chris,
Holy.
can you entertain us? What would have happened if Maggie went down and wasn't able to pull off that final?
If Maggie went down,
Well, if
We were dead.
if she didn't, if she wasn't,
TPK.
We're all hung up.
Would
for
that
the
have
big
been
buzzsaw?
the big
So-
game over?
well, not necessarily.
You don't have to reveal anything like behind the screen that could sort of sway our future.
Anything that could,
sessions here.
yeah, could change.
But I'm just curious, what would have happened if Maggie
without
dropped? Like,
revealing
were
what-
you sweating as well with us?
Oh, I'm sweating so much.
Okay.
We would have enacted the death saves. We would have rolled,
Mm-hmm.
and either you guys would have stabilized yourselves on your own, just like Dylan did with his little
Mhm.
toot toot,
Mm-hmm.
or you would have died. And I'm not going to reveal what would have happened if you guys did
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Orla
Yeah.
would have.
Or Orla,
Had
well,
us.
or I guess Orla would have either taken us hostage or killed us or something. You
I
can't
can't
reveal
say.
that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Could
my
have been
God.
a really different story, guys.
I
But
need to
ultimately,
sleep.
a big success.
Overall,
It's gonna
good
be
day.
it's gonna be an interesting little catch up when
tell
we
ya.
all wake up.
Chris, you said that, like, you've had a couple of encounters and now you're level 3. That encounter was 5 encounters. Are we level 4?
Yeah, are we level 4 now,
Oh my
Chris?
god.
Ah, damn.
I thought so.
Well, shoot.
Well, I'm excited to get my spell slots back after a nice long
Your dad.
rest. Yeah, I don't give a shit.
You know what?
I don't give a shit about my dad. Right? I love my dad. I promise.
I
love
bet
him.
you do. I bet you do.
He's an afterthought now. But Big B, I'm worried about Big B.
Big B.
Well, we're supposed. What's his name? Cadmus said that like he'd help us with Orla and Oda, but then
Cadmus is gone.
Yeah, no, but
Yeah, he
he
dipped.
said he
It's
would help
okay,
us with
Dylan.
that,
It's
but then he
okay.
wouldn't help us with Bigby, meaning that no matter what, we just need to get up to full health in one long rest.
Yep.
Yikes! And then we need to take out Bigby on our own.
Yeah. I wonder.
Fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like
Fun.
something we're definitely capable of at this moment for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Scary.
We might be able to.
Scary. Well, I don't know.
If
I
we're
mean,
all
as long
full
as
health.
as long as Para comes with us.
We need at
'cause
least 2 more health potions.
We need
Minimum.
At
That's
least
our
2 more
minimum
health
we
potions.
found.
Shoddy bringing Peric on
Yeah,
this
can you
journey.
believe if we hadn't fucking
If he
gotten
didn't
those
come,
potions? Oh my god! Or
it would have
yeah,
been game over. Jeez. It was
Anyway.
so close.
that's
So
fucking
close.
crazy.
Wow. Well,
Thank you for listening.
Thank
to our
Everyone's so sweaty.
last
We're
call.
so tired.
I need to sleep. You've ruined me. I'm not
Chris.
going into the office tomorrow. I'm
Chris.
just gonna stay home.
well,
I'm sorry. I
no,
had
we
fun.
love you. We love you.
Chris, it was
We
amazing.
love you so
It
much,
was
but
amazing.
fuck
You're the
you.
best.
But we love you. But fuck you.
But fuck
we love
you. But we love you.
We
Well,
might,
fuck
we
you.
might
But fuck
buy
you.
you new dice. Who knows?
I think we're
see.
gonna
That's the biggest thing, Maggie. You have to.
Shh, they're fine.
You buy
My
your
dice
own
are
new
fine.
listen.
Are they?
Listen.
I hit
Why,
like
why don't we
some
why don't we
27s and
switch
shit.
dice packs
Yeah,
for
yeah.
like a session? See how that
Ooh.
I have a
goes.
plan. I have a plan. I have those exact dice saved on Amazon, so I'll just buy a new one, and we can do a curse session. Just the 3 of us will meet up. We'll do a little curse.
And then we do a little swipsy doozles.
Pour some
Little
meat
seance,
blood on
little
it,
seance.
and
I
then
like
do a
that.
little seance.
Meat
and then,
blood?
And then on one of the
General
sessions
meat
when
blood.
when
Any
Chris
animal.
goes to the
It's a
bathroom. Though
mixture.
Chris never goes to the bathroom before the session.
Chris
I
doesn't
pee
pee.
in my seat.
Yeah.
He does.
Shit, because he's
I don't
worried
do that.
about us
I don't do
swapping
that.
the
I just
dice.
pee. Yeah,
But anyway, we'll swap the dice out, and then
I like
maybe-
that. I like
yeah.
that. I like
it's a
that.
great plan. You shouldn't have said it in the microphone.
Sorry, shit.
And with that, I think we're going to end this last call. Once again, I am Chris, joined with Mike, Hartley, and Maggie.
Fuck
We'll see you
you.
next time when we're a lot less sweaty and a lot less stressed on Trouble at the Tavern. Take it away with the slow jazz.
Thank you for listening, and good night.
Jazz.